How important is this?
Well, I think it was a great week for us in terms of, like you said, a little beat up, trying to get Peyton back on track to see if he'll be able to go on Saturday, which is important. So guys logged a lot of minutes during that stretch. But it also fell at a good time with the first week of school. So now guys are able to get back into the swing of things academically. And we'll have 2 really good days of preparation for Saturday's big game against Cincinnati, who, you know, is as good a team as we've played. And so we're going to have to play extremely well in that one.
Speaking of Peyton, how is his progress this week?
Well, I think he's making the progress that we want to see. He's been able to do some workouts. We'll see how he does today in practice a little bit. And it's more how he recovers from the physical aspects of practice or workouts and different things like that. So I think the progress has been made this week that we want, and we just need to see over the next 72 hours to see how he'll be come Saturday evening.
We just talked with David Collins. He's having a great year so far. He doesn't seem to be fazed by the stage. How impressive is that to have a guy that, you know, just goes into the action and doesn't think twice about it?
Well, if you remember in the fall, I talked about those 2 guys with him and Justin, that they play hard. You know, they compete hard every single day, every single practice, every single drill. And if you do that, good things usually happen to you. And David has not been fazed with the amount of playing time that he's earned come the conference season, the different positions we're putting him in, giving him opportunities to make plays and to be aggressive. And that's because he's brought it every single day since he's been here. He's got really good habits. And there's times he still makes a lot of freshman mistakes, but he always makes them going 100 miles an hour. And with the phase that we're in with the program, that's exactly what you want. Because you know he'll improve, his decision-making it will improve, his skill package will continue to improve. But the heart that he plays with, the intensity level, the energy that he plays with is a great character trait. And you see it every day in practice. You see it in every workout. And now you're starting to see it in live competition against some really, really high-level competition. I think one of the best things about those 2 guys is they haven't backed down. If it's 1 minute into the game or the last minute of the game, they're still playing at the same energy level and with the same intensity and with the same focus, which is, again, just a trait that you need to have in order to be successful.
Aside from the energy level of those freshmen, what other things have you seen during this stretch you can kind of hang your hat on going forward?
Well, you know, obviously it's been a tough stretch with who we've played, where we've played them, how well the team has played. Mm-hmm. You play Wichita State, and they just laid it on Houston pretty good 2 nights before as well. They're playing at a really high level. I thought we can build on some stuff from that second half. I thought our competitive level was much better. Offensively, we're going to struggle at times, and especially against the better defensive teams that can take away some stuff. Because usually when that happens, you got to go to 3rd and 4th options, or you got to be able to have some guys that can make some plays. And when your leading scorer doesn't play in those games, obviously it puts you in a tough spot too. But I think the biggest thing, our guys understand the big picture. They understand where we're at, why they came here, what we're trying to get done, so that they're still positive, they're still practicing hard, they're still competing hard. They understand that the biggest and most important thing for us to do is just keep getting better. And if you can do that, even in some tough games, then it's going to pay off down the stretch, and that's what you're hopeful for.
Coach, Cincinnati is really committed on the defensive end, picking up full court, applying a lot of ball pressure. How do you prepare your kids for that?
Well, you know, one of the things that's happened is, within our daily practices, getting Quincy back healthy, getting TJ back healthy, Lex out there, we're able to go against, when we go against the scout team, we're able to go against some high-level guys, and so that's helped a little bit. But you can't match what they do in practice, because that's what they do better than probably anybody around. And one of the big keys for us is we have to do a much better job of taking care of the ball. Too many turnovers, too many live ball turnovers that put your defense in a very difficult situation. Again, even in, as Joey just asked, in our straight half-court defense, even in the Wichita State game, we start the game with what we call a kill, 3 straight stops. But we don't score on the other end, and now we have 3 turnovers, and they got 7 points against our transition defense, which is a scramble because of the turnover. We have to take care of the basketball. You know, there are times where we may not shoot the ball as well, and we can live with that. At least we can get back and get our defense set. But the live ball turnovers, you know, the old football, it's a pick 6. You can't, you know, you can't live with that, and that's something we need to improve in. And that would be big in the Cincinnati game because they lead the league in steals and they lead the league in blocks. So even if you get it past their first line, where they get a lot of steals, they got a couple guys back there waiting on the second line. So you got to make really good decisions when you attack the basket.
Offensively, well, no, defensively, looking at Cincinnati, they use a lot of screens, a lot of pin downs,
Yep.
and baseline rubs. How do you defend that without fouling?
Yep. I think the big key is, you know, anytime there's a screening action, sometimes all you look at is the guy who's getting screened. And if you turn it into a one-man defense, you're in trouble. It has to be a minimum of 3 guys defending that screening action. The guy who's getting screened, the guy who's setting the screen, and the guy who's passing the ball to the guy coming off the screen. And then your 2 other guys better secure your help line and be active off the ball. So we got to play really good team defense against their individual screening. And you got to be physical. This game is not for the weak of heart or weak of spirit or weak of physicality, because you're in trouble. And that's the way they play. That's the brand that they've created, and we have to rise to that challenge. And that's, you know, something that at times we've been okay with, and at times we haven't been.
And you said Peyton's been doing a few things this week?
Yeah, just, you know, some individual workout and some cardio to try to get the wind back. And then what you do is you do that, and then you evaluate how he responds to that. And then the next day maybe you do a little bit more. So today will be the first day that he'll actually full practice, and he'll be, you know, again, the evaluation will occur during practice and then after.
Talk about getting guys back healthy. Troy has the knee brace off. How's his rehab coming along?
I think it's, you know, I met with our trainer yesterday. It's going good. You know, he's getting stronger. You know, he's lifting 4 or 5 days a week, not only rehab-wise, but also upper body-wise and different things like that. So as difficult as it is emotionally in terms of not being able to play, I think he's done a really good job in terms of attacking the rehab. And that's the one thing he can do. That's the one thing he can control, and I think he's done a really good job. He's kept a positive attitude with that, and so I think his progress has been good.